Coming to you live from the Stutzman Sports Complex next to the Kenny Weast Band Camp for Special Needs and Brass Instruments, where it's been a hell of a week. I had to have a nice body reset. Kenny did not help his in-laws do their trimming at their house. Welcome to Sports Allegedly.
Welcome. Thank you all for joining us for this episode of Sports Allegedly on November 19th, 2025. I think it's the 19th. Yeah, 19th. We got a lot to talk about today. Obviously, new playoff committee, or the new playoff
projections.
Yes, the projections. The committee come out, which is trash. We'll talk about that because there is some big problems in those rankings. We'll also dive a little bit into, obviously, this week's upcoming games. We'll do our pick six, which is 3 NFL, 3 college. We did not. You did beat me last week. We'll talk about that.
No.
Your record was better than mine. And then we'll preview, obviously, this week's college and NFL games. Talk a little bit about the Thunder as we close out. But first, let's get to the big game. The most exciting game I've had all year. Being an OU fan, was OU traveling to Alabama in a must-win
game that I wanted to go to. I was told no.
It's a little far, but yes, it would have been a hell of a game to go to. But yeah, Oklahoma goes down to Tuscaloosa, prevails 23-21 behind a amazing defense. The defense continued, and it didn't have our Mason Thomas. He was out, and continue to play the part as one of the best defenses in college football.
Yeah, I think that are we the number one defense or the number?
We were as far as overall. I'll pull that up in just a second.
Yeah. John Mateer had a very lackluster showing with 138 yards passing on 15 of 23 attempts, but no interceptions. That was one of the big keys to the game.
We talked about that.
Right, he did not turn that over. Our rushing for OU, 74 yards total as a team, and the win really was on the defense. I mean, we only allowed 80, but we gave them 326 yards of passing.
Mm-hmm.
Ty Simpson.
And a lot of that, I didn't go back and look. It'd be interesting to see how much of that was in the second quarter or into the first, going into the second quarter, because I thought the soft zone, was really driving me nuts. They were taking the tight end or the halfback, fullback, whatever you want to call him, outside. Out. And he was catching every one of them for 7 to 15 yards, it seemed like. And that was the drive that they scored on, made it 10-7 after Oklahoma had the pick six from Eli Bowen. So it was, I think that was how that went, because I think Bowen scored first, and then John, he had that 20-yarder. So you had a 20-yard run from Mateer and a 21-yard run for Satang, and that's 41 yards. So the rest, 26 carries for 30-something yards. Just not good. It's just not good at all. And one of the keys, as we talked about, is you had to make Ty Simpson make mistakes, and he did throw the bad pick six. No turnovers, which we did not have.
Satanga did have one fumble, but it was recovered.
Yes.
Now Ty Simpson did have a fumble, and he lost it along with Ryan Williams.
That was a bad one.
So we did cost 3 fumbles, but we only recovered 2 of them. So we won the turnover margin.
And then I think there was an interception. So we had 3 turnovers.
That's what I'm saying. We had 3 total, but 2 on the fumbles.
And it was no turnovers, run the ball, which we did not do very well. The 20-yarder helped, and don't give up the big pass play.
And those 2, that one sack there in the was the fourth quarter, really solidified. It stopped that Alabama drive and solidified the OU win.
The which one?
The OU, the last sack we had.
Yeah. Well, and then the stop down by Bowen. On that fourth down, I thought, they're going to call pass interference on that.
Oh, yeah,
and,
yeah. You
looking at it
looked
live
at it
from the TV, and I'm like, waiting on the flag.
Wait on it. And
nothing. No one looked, and you watch the replay, and what a hell of a play. I mean, the Bowen brothers
I did see people bitching about the refs helping OU win, and then you go look at the penalties, and OU had way more penalties.
Yeah, what was the penalty? It was one I didn't even look at, because we have continued to lead the league in penalties.
Yeah.
As far as
especially in the SEC, it seems like the SEC is out to get OU for everything. No matter how small it is, penalties 5 of 37. They had 2 for 25.
Yeah, so not bad, but they won the time of possession. They had the yards all over. We held them to 80 yards rushing. which is huge. But third down for both of us was not good, and I think that's we'll talk about the playoff projections. We're moved up to 8. Obviously, anybody that's listening to this as an OU fan knows that. My concern is the offense just looks so anemic at times.
Right, it's middling.
No, they look so uncomfortable when they're out there.
And it's surprising because, yes, we should have lost that Texas game, but we should not have lost that Ole Miss game.
I could see that.
I mean, technically, we should just have one loss.
I could see that. Well, Xavier Robinson looks like he's going to be possibly out maybe for the game. Also, Blaylock. Did you see has the report come out yet?
For injuries?
Yeah, I don't know if it has or not.
Know.
So, we'll see if that's come out yet.
I think Wednesday, Thursday is when
today's Wednesday. It should come out today, but I don't remember the time. 7
p.m., I believe.
Yeah, I think that's what we looked. And it's going to be also interesting to see if Pribula, the quarterback from Missouri, their opponent this week, Pribula, I hope I'm saying that name right, comes back. He got hurt, and the backup has been playing, which the backup's done pretty well. So, but we'll see. Obviously, running back depth is going to be an issue with Blaylock's shoulder.
This is a Missouri team that does play the good teams very close.
Well, and it is a fact, a very huge fact, and I'm not going to discount Missouri because I think they've had a pretty good year. But I believe that they have not played. I was looking back at their record against. I don't know if they've beat anybody ranked. Have they beat anybody ranked? Sean?
I believe they beat one. Didn't they beat Vandy? No, they lost to Vandy.
Did they lose to Vandy?
Lost to Alabama, lost to Vandy, lost to A&M. No, they haven't beat anybody ranked. Because they had a very cupcake beginning.
Yeah, so SEC wins. They beat
Arkansas,
they beat South Carolina. They beat Auburn, and they beat Mississippi State. Is that the 3? Yeah, that's it. 3-3 in conference, 7-3 overall. And I think this is going to be it's almost like their Super Bowl this week.
It is.
They're coming to Norman.
It's definitely going to be upset alert.
Drinkwitz, he's looking at potentially. That's another thing we'll preview later, guys, as our predictions for the top 5 head coaching jobs that are available still, and we'll kind of give you our opinions on that. But Drinkwitz is in the mix, you hear. And I've got a surprise OSU pick that's not going to get picked. But
and I just read Summerall's meeting with Florida right now.
Got canceled.
Oh, did he?
Just picked, yeah. According to the same guy that tweeted that, and I'll give credit to him here in a minute, he retweeted and said, scratch that, not happening. Zach Olberverdi tweeted about 2 hours ago that he was meeting. And then about an hour later, he said it's been called off, and he is removing his name from the Florida search, period.
Oh, is this one of those Mark Stoops, you get on the plane, you get down there, and they tell you to go home?
Well, I already know what job he's getting, so he's taking the Auburn job. There's no doubt Auburn's going to hire him. Yeah, and I don't know if they're waiting on a bigger fish. I think Durkin has got a really good shot at that. And then there's also this
Durkin's from.
Well, we'll talk about Auburn's job because there's quite a bit of an interesting part about that game, which is very, very Auburn-like, if I should say so, and you'll get it when I talk about what I'm talking about.
So after OU won, I went on a little spree of messaging friends of mine in Alabama, and I got some interesting responses.
Did they assume it was going to happen? The refs blew it. We hate Kalen DeBoer. Is it kind of some of that stuff?
Well, it was the first loss for Kalen DeBoer at home.
Yeah, well, we
19 games.
Nah, we broke the streak. I think it was 17 or 18. Yeah.
It really hurt Alabama in the college football playoff, but I don't think it should have hurt them as bad as it did.
No, we'll talk about that as well. Although
I get that you lose to Oklahoma and you can't have Alabama right above, or you can't have Alabama above OU. But at the same time, they shouldn't have fallen to the place that they did.
Totally agree.
So, yeah,
But it was their second loss.
Another ugly win by OU. Another ugly game by OU. It's the tale of the season. We're riding an awesome defense, and
well, I keep saying the offense is going to blow a game for us, and it did. It blew the Texas game. I mean,
it also blew the.
I don't necessarily. I thought that turnover was huge in that Mississippi game by Satanga, the fumble on the punt return. And I get it. He was trying to get more tickets. We're only down by 5. If the offense could move anything and take some time off, I'm not saying we would win that game, but we could have. It would have made it very.
We should have won the game the season before as well.
Well, yeah, and they had the lead at halftime there. Yeah. But see, our defense was not near what it was. You have to admit, if we had our defense last year, we went to that game. The defense was very soft compared to this year's defense. Right. I mean, they were much improved.
They gave up.
They were much improved, but they were very soft when it comes to...
Especially in the passing.
Exactly. And still, like I said, I kind of gripe about that zone at times. It gets a little wider than it should, and those guys fine. That's why you got to get these quarterbacks...
I thought you liked them wide.
You got to get these quarterbacks to be on the run.
Pressure.
You get that pressure, yes. Exactly.
Yeah. And we are getting more to the quarterback this season. I will give you that. What else we got? You want to talk about the Texas A&M fucking?
Yeah, we'll move on to that
because we'll comeback.
We'll talk about OU's game. It's part of our pick 6, so we'll preview Missouri here.
So Carolina is winning 30-0 or 30-3
halftime.
Going into halftime, and this is the biggest comeback in SEC history, school history. Because before that, the teams that were down by 27 points were 0-200 and something.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I saw the statistic on that. They were down 0-200 and something. And this is the first win by a team down by 27 or more. Texas A&M just comes roaring back, 21 in the third, 7 in the fourth, shutting out South Carolina completely overall in the second half.
It's A&M. It's A&M's record, also SEC football record.
So it's both
yes.
record.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I don't know how, but Reed was an animal in that game.
Yeah, and the first time. I mean, it's so typical of South Carolina and Beamer lately. I don't know what that guy's problem is.
Look good, and finish.
No, they just go soft. Yes, it's like, why don't you just keep,
That's South Carolina.
There's so many teams that do that, and that's one good thing. Of course, Oklahoma hasn't been big enough to know.
All you heard coming into the season was Lenore Sellers. And I know he got injured for a couple games, but at that point, the rest of the team should be able to carry.
Sure.
And now you're sitting with an overall record of 3-7. You can't take that Va Tech job and get out of South Carolina because Franklin's.
I don't think they wanted it, and
Franklin just took it.
It's an SEC job, so and then he
ACC.
No, that he's got now. Is what
Yeah.
So I don't.
But
think,
how much longer is South Carolina going to let him?
Well, now he did a little press conference the other day and said that he was disappointed with this year, but for next year's playoff predictions that South Carolina would be there waiting to see exactly where they fell into place for the rankings. And I went, okie dokie.
That's some good thinking for next season. That's like a Bears fan. Hey, we got it next year.
Well, maybe this is your year.
No, it's not. Shut it.
But no, I thought it was a bad look, a huge bad look. But next,
it's a game firing, a head coach firing game.
But I mean, next year they go to Clemson, they go to Alabama, they go to Arkansas, they go to Florida, they have Oklahoma at home, or they go to Oklahoma, sorry. And then their home games are Georgia, Kentucky, Mississippi State, Tennessee, and Aggies.
That's not easy.
Yeesh. They ain't going to be talking playoffs.
He's already talking playoffs.
No.
I don't know who he's going to bring in from the portal.
That might be the hardest schedule of all time. I thought ours were...
You're looking at playing two teams.
They get Arkansas, Kentucky, Mississippi. We don't have those three this year.
But you're looking at two teams with brand new coaches.
We're gonna have Florida and Arkansas.
So you don't know what that team's gonna come in as.
Yeah, Florida and Arkansas, correct.
And then you've got the Volunteers and the Aggies, who look like they are in the mix with the top to win it all.
Well, yeah, I mean you've got
You got the Kentucky Wildcats and Mark Stoops, who you don't know what he's going to do.
Where's their third game at? They got a nut. Because we've got 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9.
They probably don't have
They don't have an opening game.
Yeah, they don't have a couple scheduled right now.
They're missing their opening game.
Remember, you've got a schedule out of conference besides.
But they need one more.
Yeah. Besides that,
because they have 11 games.
Besides that,
because they play Towson, which is in South Carolina.
Right.
So there's a win.
Clemson, South Carolina.
But that's at Clemson.
I know, but still, that's their one
rivalry.
AC. That's their one Power 4.
Yeah. Nope, totally get that.
No, I think you have to have
Yeah,
two,
so I don't think you're going to be talking about playoffs next year, the big fella. I think the losses.
Whoa, big fella.
I think the losses are bad, is why everyone is kind of, and they were better last year, and they lost some players. I get it.
But
hey, congratulations, real quick.
But I mean, he's going to have to pull in. He's going to have to really pull in some talent from the portal.
And I think that's the one thing I was thinking about with all these coaching moves. Some of these setting coaches are just licking their lips.
Oh yeah,
because
I definitely would be.
There is so much talent going to be going, and that's the problem. Is they still have to wait, correct, with the new rules for their new coach to come in?
Yeah, the new coach has to come in. They have to wait.
How many weeks, or is it a week?
Something like that.
We talked about that.
You have to go with the new coach, and then you get to decide if you want to leave. But it's just with the one portal.
Yes, which is good.
We just have the one portal now, which is better.
Let me spit that out. Can you get me the portal date on that?
That's December, isn't it?
Yeah, I wanted the for sure date because I want to write that down while you're looking at it. But a new rules, and we talked about this before. If a coach leaves, players have to wait 5 days after the new coach is hired before they can enter the portal. So once the waiting period is over, they have a 15-day wait. Is that the old rule, or is that?
No, that's the new rule.
Okay. Yeah, 5 days. But then you talk about, and I think that's another reason these players are wanting to get their coaches hired early because of that rule there too, 5 days. So I think once you see these first Franklin is already getting hired because they didn't have a setting coach and he was already fired. I give him credit a little bit for that because that dude loves football. He could have sat and collected $70 million.
Franklin?
Yeah, was it 50 or 70 million?
Yeah, they're already redoing that contract.
Yeah.
He wanted to coach though.
Yeah, I don't know. Of course, if you wait too long, you become irrelevant. I get that.
So the 2026 transfer portal says the window will be from January 2nd to 16th.
With an additional 5-day period for players who compete in the championship.
Right.
So when is the championship game? That's
end of.
Well, it should be right around.
It should be the week after, I think. They keep moving everything back. Everything keeps changing. That's all I know. I just know that everything changes now. It used to be the first week of January, and then with the college football playoff, it moved a week back, and I think it moved another week back.
Now we got it. Okay. That's 2025, 26, 25, 26.
19th.
Yeah, and the portal closes the 26th.
No, it closes the 16th.
Or 16th.
Yeah.
So the semifinals are the 8th and the 9th, so you have 7 days, essentially, for those teams.
Yeah, that's what I said. I know it keeps moving back.
Just stupid. I'll get into that's my.
Well, you remember the Super Bowl?
You
remember the Super Bowl used to be always held at the end of January.
Now it rolls into February.
Or now it rolls into everything's
That's an economy
moved.
thing.
I know, but everything's moved because the national title was always the first week of January.
Yeah, well, because they would play the big bowl games on the first, and then you'd kind of trickle into that, New Year's stuff, and then right after that. So anyway, congratulations, Tulsa, third win of the year.
Over the former Power 5 Oregon State.
31 to 14. It was too late. The touchdowns were in the fourth quarter for the 14th. So give credit to Tulsa.
Hey, you know what?
3-7. Not going to be bowl eligible this year, but hey, a win's a win.
They are undefeated against OSU teams that are orange and black.
Oh, that is a good point. That is a very good point. Anything? Let's preview or let's review a few games that we had last week, which I honestly thought was a very dull football schedule. Georgia whips up on Texas.
Yeah.
Someone has found an old video. Have you seen that of the press conference in Sark 4 years ago?
No.
If we've got 3 or 4 losses, I'm going to be concerned. Then we'll be talking. I just got here to Texas, la la la. It was pretty funny.
Well, yeah, I just saw that he did an interview, said he wasn't going anywhere.
He did say that.
But I mean, there's a lot of money there, and how long is Texas gonna let him do this?
I mean, they made the playoff last year.
They made it last year, but I mean, are they gonna sit there and say, okay, let's keep going if you do this again the next season, and miss the playoff?
But we'll talk about that. I mean, we'll talk about Texas in the playoff because that's pretty interesting.
Oh, they dropped to 17.
Yeah, but there's still a way that they think they can get in there.
Oh, I know. Oh, you lost.
But I want to talk about Texas real quick. Schedule next year is Ohio State in Texas, obviously OU. Then they go to LSU, they go to Missouri, they go to Tennessee, and at home is Arkansas, Florida, Mississippi State, Ole Miss, Texas A&M. Not a real tough schedule.
Again,
They're definitely
harder than it was this season.
They definitely got a softer schedule than OU for the 3rd straight year in the SEC. It's amazing how that's working.
Who in the SEC wants to see Texas succeed?
They do. The SEC wants to see Texas. The money they want to see them win.
But OU's got the better fan base. OU's got the better.
No, not compared to
history.
Money. Not to money.
I know, but
money and ratings. Although Oklahoma Alabama was the highest rated game.
Oh, everybody was watching that.
Right below it, though, was Georgia, Texas.
Oh, yeah, I switched over to that game to finish watching it, and I laughed my ass off.
Well, I think, watching that game, it was, I think, what...
I did watch a little bit of the Florida Ole Miss game
the onside kick coming out right out of the gate,
funny.
And you're thinking, okay, this is so Texas right now. You just know when the snowball starts, it really gets big for Texas.
It grew, and that unneeded onside kick. I was like, "What do you guys?" Oh, never mind. It's funny.
Yeah. Oh, they were having a good time.
Yeah, I mean, even though Arch Manning threw for 251 yards and a touchdown, and Gunnar Stockton, I still to this day say that he's middling. He's a middle of the road. I do believe Carson Beck is better than him.
Defense just was
so swarming.
The defense is getting better and better.
They're coming on at the right time that they need to. Yes. And Georgia's only loss is Alabama?
By 3.
Right. So you got to look at that.
Sure.
And right now it looks like Georgia, Texas A&M is the SEC title game.
Well, there is some scenarios.
I know there's scenarios, but right now, as of this moment, it's Georgia. It's Georgia A&M.
And it'll be A&M. Alabama looks to be set right now because Alabama owns the Georgia tiebreaker.
Oh, they don't have. Oh, that's right. Their one loss was Florida State.
Yeah, that's the other loss. Yeah.
Okay, so it's still Alabama in the title game.
It says despite Alabama's head-to-head win over Georgia in September, the SEC's tiebreaker policy indicates it would be nullified in the event of a 3-team tie, which Ole Miss is there.
Mm-hmm.
And out of them 3, all did not play each other this season, and no team went 0-2 or 2-0 within that group. They would then move to strength of schedule metric to determine title contenders between the Tide, Bulldogs, and Rebels. But the results of the 3 SEC teams left on the schedule, Florida versus Tennessee versus Kentucky versus Arkansas, who determines their own strength schedule for the final spot. So it is tricky. It is tricky.
So they're getting rid of the head-to-head?
Well, Alabama
with Ole Miss being at one loss.
Alabama, yeah, because they're just at one loss, so they still.
Who did they lose to?
Georgia.
Ole Miss did,
and Alabama beat Georgia, but
okay.
Georgia didn't play Mississippi. Mississippi didn't play Alabama.
But so then you are getting rid of the head-to-head.
No, that's number 1 for the tied teams. But you're going to have more than one tied. You're going to have 3.
But that's what I'm saying. With those 3, you have to get rid of the head-to-head because Georgia beat Ole Miss.
Yeah. Then
and Alabama beat Georgia.
Yeah. Then you would record versus all common conference opponents. So then you're getting down into the winning percentage, essentially, is what
it seems like Georgia's got the better.
And if Texas beats A&M, Ole Miss is in. And if Auburn beats Alabama. So there's a lot of scenarios there.
Huge. Wow, this is going to get kerfuddled, and somebody's going to get mad.
Well, it says Alabama would win the 3-way tie with Ole Miss and Georgia based on the SEC opponent. Yeah. So it is going to be Alabama, A&M. There you go.
So far.
So far.
Did you watch any of this Ole Miss Florida game?
No, it says.
Kenny.
No, that's not true yet.
Did you watch any of this Ole Miss Florida game?
A little bit, but not much.
I was watching it, and Florida's still right there. And what was it? An interception.
I like Florida though. That team is so
interception, and I was like,
except their quarterback.
I was like, it's so over. Yeah. I was like, you guys needed to beat Ole Miss. I just want Ole Miss to lose. Because we know, Mister, I'm not staying here because I need the big.
He's got Mississippi State left. Alabama's got
I got that
Auburn.
I got that all written down.
Yeah.
Notre Dame, the Fighting Narduzzi's really pissed me off.
Well, they started out so damn bad. Big play. Defensive interception for return.
Pitt was one team that had the chance to beat them. To beat Notre Dame, to knock them out of the playoff.
It was just 14-0 right off the bat. I mean, smack.
But just look at it. Notre Dame, you got 2 losses early in the season, and you get to be the top 8-2 team at a certain point.
We can talk about that in the playoff talk.
Well, yeah. But that's what I'm saying. So you get to that point. And you got your cupcake schedule.
Now I do have one thing to say. Jeremiah Love is a really good running back.
He is.
And this C.J. Carr kid is going to be top 5 pick.
Is he a freshman this year?
He's a true freshman.
Yeah.
He's going to be a top 5 pick when he's done.
Yeah, but is he going to go the way of the Brady Quinn?
No, he's just that good. He's just a super smart.
Who are the really good?
I think his grandpa or uncle was Lloyd Carr.
It is.
And then that Tommy Carr that went to Alabama, or I'm sorry, Michigan, he committed. Is that his brother, maybe?
I don't know.
Or maybe his cousin or something.
I just know that, Notre Dame quarterbacks.
But you got to look.
Coming out.
You got to look at, Brady Quinn, I could tell wasn't that good. I'm not sure why everyone thought he was.
Oh, everybody thought he was the bee's knees.
And you've got a quarterback, or your coach is a defensive-minded coach. Didn't he have Weiss at the time, Quinn, or was that somebody else?
That was somebody else.
Or was it the Tyrone Willingham?
That might have been. I don't remember.
He was defense though, but I thought Weiss was there for his years.
I couldn't remember who Weiss had. Nothing else much really happening.
Big 12 is kind of. I was wrong. I lost
that
pick.
The Big 12 is muddled.
Well, no, I think it's.
No, I'm just saying. I'm just saying to see who gets in for the title game is muddled.
I think it's. Well, no, I think it's BYU and Tech easy. And I believe
Utah's still sneaking
up.
They
go to their schedule. Didn't they already play? Wasn't that their one loss?
Who? BYU.
Wasn't it to Texas Tech?
Yes, it was.
Yeah, 29-7.
Yeah. But Utah's still sneaking around, and then we have the horrible ACC. You've got Georgia Tech still with 1 loss, and they tried to lose to Boston College. And there's Kenny's Hayes King.
Odd.
Loves that guy.
I was watching that. I'm like, what are you guys doing?
I had no idea. They literally had no idea what was going on.
The defense just decided to take off, so they had to score 19 points.
And of course, Miami's sitting at number 15, and they've got 2 losses, acting like they're back in the mix.
And they should be. They have a better. We'll get to that.
Right.
Yeah.
And then you got Iowa almost upsetting USC.
At home in the rain. It was perfect game for Iowa to do it.
USC.
It was at USC. That's what I'm saying. It was at their house, but it was raining. It was perfect.
And this is an Iowa. This is a perfect Iowa.
That's what I'm saying. It was perfect for them, and then they just.
Right.
Yeah.
Hey, how many games have you seen this week? Scoring in the first half.
Nothing.
Laying an egg in the second half.
I think you got to give credit to Lincoln Riley though. Much as he annoys the piss out of me, and that Lemon kid, the wide receiver, he's probably going to be the top. Is he eligible to go to the draft?
I don't. Maybe.
Because he is. I mean, something else.
Look at Chandler Morris. Who do you think OU would be with Chandler Morris right now?
I think that was a good win for Virginia, because I thought Duke could potentially even just beat them, and Duke would have been 5-1 in ACC play. That would have dropped Virginia down to 2 and out of the race.
It was surprising that Duke came in at 4-1.
Yeah, correct.
Into that game.
Well, and I think that they have improved. I'll give them credit.
Yeah, Duke's improved steadily through the season. Now they just need one more win to get bowl eligible.
Because in ACC, Georgia Tech, Virginia, Pittsburgh, SMU. Those are the 4 teams right now.
Right. But it's the fact that Miami's still sneaking in, and you've got those guys above them in their standings.
I get it.
And do you think SMU might lose their coach?
No. The only job
Florida,
I thought he was going to take
South
was Arkansas.
Florida drops another heartbreaker to OK Navy team, not an outstanding Navy team.
Huge win.
Cincinnati blew it to Arizona.
They continue to free fall.
In Cincinnati.
The free fall continues.
Oklahoma State, still the bad boys of not winning. 0-7 in the Big 12, 1-9 overall. Kansas State only scores 2 touchdowns.
I thought that was Kansas State's been very, very disappointing as well.
They have.
Because they're starting to talk. They want Colin Klein, bring the hometown hero back.
Where's he coaching at?
He's A&M's OC.
Right. LSU in the battle of the SEC basement. LSU sneaks one out against Arkansas, 23-22.
Have you looked at Arkansas' schedule? How many close losses they have? It's pretty bad.
Yeah,
it's pretty bad. I think like all their losses are pretty close.
Ole Miss was a close loss, wasn't it?
Memphis was 1 point.
Right.
Yeah.
Memphis was a comeback win.
Loss.
Well, for Memphis,
it
was a comeback win for Memphis. West Virginia loses a heartbreaker to Arizona State.
Oh, the Fighting Stoops. Click on their schedule. Do they get
Who?
Kentucky? I wonder if they make bowl eligibility. What's their schedule left? Because right now there is a lot of teams right on that fringe that are so close to being bowl eligible.
You got Vandy and Louisville.
They should win one of those.
Hopefully.
Yeah,
you would hope so. Well, especially the way Louisville plays. Louisville's either hot or cold.
That team wears me out.
And Vandy, you can't be at the Diegos.
Oh, that is a tough. Excuse me. That's a tough team to watch. All right, let's talk about review of this week.
You got anything left on? I don't think there's anything left for that.
No, not that.
James Madison.
No, I continues to be the darling of the non-power.
Right, but right now they've got Tulane.
They're not even ranked, are they?
No. Tulane's the highest ranked team, but James Madison only has 1 loss and they're undefeated in the Sun Belt.
Gotcha.
And I could see that coach leaving too, because remember their ex-coach was Signetti.
Yeah, correct. No, it's very possible. His name is starting to get brought up.
East Carolina took it away from Memphis, which was hilarious. We are going through the end of.
All right, let's look at this week's games.
Well, I'm just okay. Yeah, we're done.
Oops.
All right, this week's games. We know we got OU, Missouri.
That'll be in our picks here shortly.
Keys to the game: OU. Offense.
What? Let's wait till we pick them. Let's preview the rest, then we'll go back to them since that's our last pick.
I don't know that there's how much you want. Tulsa Army.
No. As far as the games this week, it is kind of
Tulsa needs 2 more wins. They need to win out for us to get our 5-7
to possibly get in, but I don't think they will.
No, just to get our 5-7 pick.
Oh, our pick, yes.
Yeah. OSU's not going to get anywhere near the 5-7.
No.
South Carolina is going to have a tough one in Coastal Carolina. Coastal Carolina's been good this year.
God, there is nothing. TCU Houston in the Big 12 is kind of interesting because that could.
We really need.
Will we? We really need.
Figure out the scheduling for the NCAA and stop having. Because this is like the 3rd week, 4th week that we've had shit games.
Yeah,
I think 3 weeks we've just been boring.
There's 2, I think, and let's go ahead and get to our pick 6. We don't need to review all that.
I'm here. Yeah. USC, Oregon.
That's our other one. So let's talk about Duke, North Carolina. That, if you want to pull that up, that'll be our first pick of the pick 6.
I don't understand how you even have that one.
Well, because I saw a picture of Bill Belichick at a co-ed adult volleyball or cheerleading competition. So I guess
I'm not saying that he's not doing anything that I wouldn't probably be doing.
Well, and I listen.
I'm here to support him.
I listened to Rick Neuheisel this morning. Him and Chris Childers on whatever the 84 Childers, sorry, or it's Childers.
Is it Childers?
Yeah. Anyway,
where's Childers?
From up there. I think Rick said it just about what you said. He's like, I probably won't comment on it, but or something about. It would be inappropriate if I would, of why he's there, why I think he's there. But anyway.
Is he looking for a new girlfriend?
No, I think he's just out supporting his, and good for him. But here's the deal. I think there was a lot of pushback. Because of him being there and not working on his bitter rival game against
Duke.
Yeah,
this is their
So anyway, Chapel Hill, looks like it's going to rain, but it's going to be warm. 2:30 on the ACC network. Very boring. Duke's a 6.5.
So if anybody really needs to know, that's a warm rain.
So is Duke. Yes. So Duke is
Not a bitter cold rain.
Duke is 6.5-point favorite. Sean picks 45-17. I'm gonna go Duke as well. I'm gonna do not quite as high. I'm gonna do 34-20. Duke wins that one. All right, let's move on to the second game of our pick six. USC gums to Oregon.
Gums?
I said gums.
Gums.
Huge. Hold on.
It's a 48-degree day in Eugene.
Dun, 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 dun.
And we know.
It's what you wanted. Besides the money, USC.
9.5 spread right now.
Does that seem big to you?
Nope.
Really?
Nope. Not at all. Oregon has been playing heavy ball. USC has been struggling to stay in games.
Okay, so, and granted they did lose to Notre Dame, but I kind of want to look at who has Oregon beat. So they beat Penn State.
And yeah, that's when Penn State was still rolling.
Were they rolling?
Yes, they were. Penn State, because it was the game after that Penn State lost to Baby Neuheisel.
Obviously they beat,
and got Franklin fired.
Obviously they beat
or Northwestern.
Obviously they beat Oklahoma State. So did Tulsa. They beat Oregon State. So did Tulsa. You know, if you want to compare.
No, we're not comparing.
But no, but I'm saying Oregon beats
North.
No, Oregon beats North. Tulsa could game with Oregon. Is that what you're saying? No, not at all. Oregon.
Remember, Oregon beat Oklahoma State 63-3.
69-3, yes.
69-3, and Tulsa beat Oklahoma State.
But 17-6 or 12 or something, yeah. So beat Northwestern. Okay, so it takes them to beat Penn State in overtime. They fired their coach. Indiana beats them by 10 at Oregon.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Yeah, but that's Indiana. Indiana's already proven that they're.
I'm not saying they're not. And then they beat Rutgers, and they squeaked by Wisconsin at home by 14 points. They beat Iowa.
2 points.
2 points. Iowa's got.
And you saw where USC just beat them by 2 points.
Yeah, and then obviously they kill Minnesota because Minnesota's no good. And so now they play USC.
It's a home game. It's in Eugene.
I do not like this spread at all. And Dan Lanning, all these Southeast Conference jobs open. Nobody's talking about him.
Oregon's got money. Oregon's got Nike.
How many people have left Oregon with that Nike money? Think about it. Cristobal went to Miami. Granted, he's from there, but he could have stayed up there. He wasn't getting fired.
He knew his time.
No, he wasn't going to get fired. They were pissed.
I'm saying he knew that he needed to be down in.
I'm just letting you know.
You move from an easier. You move from a hard conference to an easier conference, and this was.
Oh no! I mean, you're going to the Big Ten, so you knew they were already moving to the Big Ten.
But I'm saying Cristobal went to the ACC where he has a better shot, just like Lincoln Riley had left OU.
I don't buy Miami's got more money than Oregon, and maybe they do, and I'm missing out.
Well,
like,
a lot of
them, hold on,
they've got a lot of good drug money, and a lot of those boosters have been busted, or they've had Ponzi schemes. You know, the money in Miami's not the same as
Ponzi's illegal. Do what?
The drug money, the Ponzi money, it's not the same. It's party money. The party money is not the same.
My name off those books.
The party money in Miami is not the same as Nike money.
I totally agree, but I just think I thought Dan Lanning was not a fit for that job, which makes it a good fit. Don't get me wrong. You know what I'm saying? I mean, but the money was there.
They went
it's
undefeated.
his first. I know, and it's first head coaching job. I get all that. I know why he took it.
I just don't believe Deontay Moore is as good as they say he is. I think that he lost a lot when Nix left, and he needs that guy in there. He needs that veteran. Now, will Moore become that veteran? I don't know. There's something about
it's the quarterback. I've not been overly impressed with Oregon.
I mean, and I haven't really either, but they're still playing that
because
high
the Penn
level.
State game was great because you're thinking, wow, Penn State's ranked high. What a fuck.
The job saver.
Yeah, all that, and then
the first job saver for Franklin.
They get it overtime, and it's like, okay, I can see that. Wow, because I think we both picked Oregon to beat them, obviously,
but not an overtime.
But I didn't. But Oregon shouldn't be, you know, it was an Iowa type game. It was cold, blah blah. Really, you beat Iowa by 2. Now, granted, every great team has that one game. that they barely win.
I mean, even Indiana had.
Look at A&M.
But, yeah.
It's going to go down at A&M. Indiana was the same way with Penn State.
Right.
You know, that game about got away from them, and they had to play that one. But
I think
you lose to Indiana.
Ohio State's even had one.
You lose to Indiana. You overtime with Penn State. You beat, Iowa by 2. And, they outscored you in the second half. So, and they got a safety. So it's just, I don't know. Sean's got Oregon winning 27-20. So you don't even have him beating the spread.
No.
And I've got Oregon winning 30.
Another ugly game.
27.
Another ugly game.
I would take USC in the points. I would not take them in a win. All right, let's move on to OU. So, if you look at, let's see,
if you look at the man's genitals, you'll notice.
Talk about
curvature
and No, I was trying to find my.
This is always you gotta roll back OU to whenever we were in the Big 12 together, the Big 8 as well.
Mm-hmm.
Missouri's never a team that you lay down on. We have been shocked by Missouri quite a few times, and like I said, that goes from the Big 8 to the Big 12 as well. I know that it's a 9.5 point spread for OU. I know that the matchup predictor has us at 64.3.
That's what it opened. It's dropping. People are putting.
Oh, it's 7.5 now for
drop. That's
for
a huge ass drop.
Our over under is only 41.5, and I think I might have went under that. No, I think
right at it.
Right at it.
Yeah, you went 44.
And like you said, Pribula. How do you say his name? Pribula. Is coming back.
Yeah, that's what I've heard.
Should be coming back. We don't have, so we're going to be with Ott as our starting running back, correct? Maybe. We need Ott to have that big game that he has not had. But statistically, Mateer and Pribula are around the same numbers, and the Mateer missed 2 games.
Just one.
That was 2.
No, we had the bye week. He missed the Temple.
Okay.
Temple? Was it Temple?
No, he played Temple.
Then what was that third non-conference game we had? Hawkins won.
Yeah, I forgot which one it was.
I thought that was Temple.
Was it Temple? I thought he played Temple. I'd have to look at that.
It is funny, these rankings, the top freshman league, and it's 0 love for
no
Gilroy.
Kent State.
Oh, Kent State.
Kent
Okay,
State.
sorry. Yeah, Temple was number 2. I'm sorry.
But I just have to say, the win in Alabama, do you think that was a better recruiting win for OU than the win in Texas?
What are you talking about?
Or the game that we play in Texas? Do you think that us beating Alabama is a better recruiting tool?
Yes, I do. And I tell you why, because
I'm just thinking about that.
They're not a rivalry.
No, they're not.
And when you play a rival, now granted, we need to get our ass together and start beating Texas. There's no doubt about that.
Sure, because he's
Brent's
he's
1-3. 4. This is his 4th year or 5th year?
2? Is he 2?
He's only won once.
I thought he won twice.
Nuh-uh, just once. I think he's 1-3.
It's his 4th year, isn't it?
Okay, he's 1-3.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he's 1-3. So
that's what it is, because he was supposed to win, and then it would have been 2 and 2.
Because it was 2 years ago we had the 10-win season.
Mm-hmm.
Last year the Big 12. But no, I think it's better because it's more national. I think kids.
And you look at it, you said it was the highest rated game.
And don't think that
night.
people have that. There is a bit of a predisposition that Texas is soft, very good in finesse. But wouldn't you put them in more of a softer category?
People don't
than you would put a Georgia, Alabama.
Right.
They're more of a tough.
I just don't know how much the everyday fan, just the person watching football, understands how big the rivalry games are. Because if you look at OU going into Texas and Oklahoma State, we always had a chance to lose those games. Even if we were heavily favored, we were number 1, those 2 games we always had a chance to lose.
Oh, for sure.
Same way with Alabama. Alabama would go into Auburn or Georgia, and you had the chance to lose those games. Georgia has the same, with Tech being back, Georgia now has that to look forward to. But all of your rivalry games, people don't understand how much harder the other team plays you.
It's their Super Bowl. That's why I'm concerned about this game. Everybody's picking OU. 64% of the nation. Spread was high. Now it's starting to drop. We're 8-2. They're 7-3.
Correct.
We've had better wins than they have. I don't think they've beat anybody.
But
I think we looked at that. We
tough games.
didn't beat anybody ranked.
I know, but they played close, and they lost 3 points to Alabama.
Yes, and Missouri's defense is very good. They're very underrated when it comes to defense.
They're like our defense last year.
And their running back is very good. I just don't know. Our offense, just scares the shit out of me.
Yeah.
I don't know what is going on.
Anemic.
Still no report yet on injuries. I've not seen anything yet. I'm updating.
I haven't looked anything up. Yeah. Did you search? Or?
No, I'm just seeing that should be popping right up on Twitter.
OU.
But anyway, Sean, I think you're right. I think it was 7:00 is what it is. But this game, it's a little concerning.
Yeah, this is the Alabama game.
Because I think you're going to have Tatum out, Barnes is out, Robinson's hurt, Blaylock seems to be hurt. So you're going to have Ott and somebody we probably never heard of. And
that's good for the freshman that's going to be in there playing that position because he'll get a chance to shine and he won't go against his red shirt.
And I think that Venables has kind of already said that.
Because don't they give you like 2 games you can play as a red shirt or 3? Without burning your red shirt, you can play a certain.
Oh, I forgot about Andy Bass and he got hurt. So yeah, I don't know who they're going to play, to be honest. Do not know, because I'm not. I see Ott and I had Barnes, but I don't.
All right.
Anyway, let's get to our pick.
Anyways, I took OU. I took OU as a
27-17
10-point win.
I can't believe that you have them scoring that many points. But I've got.
That's low. That's. If you look at OU's, point totals.
I've got
23-21 was Alabama.
I know.
33, 30. That's a 26.
Yeah.
26-6.
I'm kidding. I'm pretty close to you. I'm 24-21. OU sneaks one out again. Defense plays great. Defense gets another score in this game as well.
But they're going to have to.
Watch.
They're going to have to get turnover.
But what the OU needs to do, and we're going to segue right into this, is the playoffs is about OU. So if you want to open that up, OU comes in at number 8 this week. And one thing they mentioned about that is the great quality wins. Problem is they also have noticed the anemic offense, like we've talked about, especially when it comes to running the ball and scoring points.
So I went through. I'm going to let you read that.
Okay.
Just so you'll stop fucking with me about Tampa Bay and where I had Atlanta.
What is it? Actual? Is
this
actual
was
the middle?
This was the actual. This is before. This week. This last week.
Gotcha.
That's what you had them at. That's what I had them at.
Gotcha.
That's what you had them at. That's what I had them at.
What's that last one?
Chicago. That's where you're.
Really? I was that low.
Yeah, you were really that low.
Sure, I didn't have them winning the next.
Nope. Okay, so I went through the. This is before Tuesday. This is before the re-ranking. I went through every team and what they've got left, and what they did this last week. Ohio State has Rutgers and Michigan at Michigan.
They went out,
and they had a win that week.
Yeah.
Indiana has a bye.
Yeah.
Then Purdue
went out,
and they won last week.
Yeah,
Texas A&M, Samford at Texas, and they won.
They went out.
Alabama has Eastern Illinois at Auburn, and they lost against OU.
Sure.
Georgia, Charlotte, and Georgia Tech, and of course they won. Texas Tech has a bye. West Virginia. Ole Miss has a bye at Mississippi State. Oregon has USC and at Washington.
Okay.
Because neither one of those 2 games should be easy for them.
Oregon and Oklahoma in the top 10 are the only 2 teams that have any games in question, in my opinion.
Correct. Well,
Oklahoma's got 2. Oregon's got 1. Nobody else does. No one else is getting beat. Auburn's not winning. Michigan's not winning. Purdue's not winning.
So
Texas is not winning.
Texas has Arkansas and Texas A&M.
They're not beating A&M.
Both home games.
Yeah, not beating
OU has Missouri, LSU, both home games. BYU was at Cincy, then UCF. Utah was Kansas State, and then at Kansas, which is very weird.
God, what a hard way to end. What we would have thought.
Vandy ends with Kentucky and at Tennessee, and Miami is at Vatech and at Pitt. So their last two games are road games.
Miami's are?
Yes.
You know, that might actually help them get in there, though.
Beating Pitt?
Yeah, because what is the... But, you know, that's the funny thing is they're not going to get in the freaking championship.
No. And so with the re-rankings with OU, and this is something that we bitched about, with OU beating Alabama, I get that they're saying that you cannot put Alabama above OU as the top 2-loss team in the college football playoff rankings. But does Notre Dame deserve to be above Alabama?
No. Okay, let's talk about
this
that.
This is where it gets into...
Yeah. No, it gets into bullshit. Yeah. Okay, so
I'll just say Texas would drop to number 17. So right now they're out.
Okay, so...
I just took top 15 at that point.
No, I get you. I totally get you. So, example here. And give credit to Connor Gar. I've never heard of him. He gave a blind resume of teams.
Mm-hmm.
Wins versus current top 25.
Right.
Team A's 4, Team B's 1. Wins versus Power Conference Bowl teams. Team A's 5, Team B's 2. Wins versus current CFP top 10.
Right.
1 for A, 0 for B.
Yeah.
Alabama's Team A.
I know. I've already figured that.
Notre Dame's Team B. So Notre Dame, in a weird conundrum, is sitting there because they're A, independent. And another thing, I mean, you want to look at their schedule.
It was a cupcake. The two hardest games.
They lost.
Yeah.
And I told you, I picked them to go undefeated this year because I thought their schedule was so easy. No. But they lose.
I had one loss, and it was A&M.
But they lose to Miami, who's got the same amount of losses. Miami's got the head-to-head. Who is Miami's 2 losses, though?
Miami lost to Virginia and Louisville.
Ugh, that one's bad. But, I mean, is Louisville in the top 25 anymore?
I don't know if they are because didn't they just lose again?
I think they did.
Yeah, Louisville's out.
Okay.
Virginia's still there, but Virginia's setting behind them because I think their losses were worse than Miami's or later than Miami's.
Yeah, but only one conference loss. See, that's what's going to be.
Yeah, see, here's Louisville. Louisville was at number 20 and dropped.
Okay.
So all the teams which I will say are decent teams, Louisville, Iowa, Pitt, South Florida, and Cincy, were all dropped from the rankings for the college football playoff.
Which, then you turn around, you got Pitt, 1 loss ACC, Virginia 1 loss, Georgia Tech 1 loss, and SMU 1 loss.
So how are these other teams still setting?
What's Georgia Tech and Virginia's last 2 games?
Well, Georgia Tech's is Georgia at the very end.
But not Georgia, but who else?
No, Georgia Tech's last game is Georgia.
I knew that, but they've got to have another conference game.
They might have a bye.
Hold on, I'll look.
It's right here.
Oh,
it's Pitt.
Oh, okay, so that knocks one of them
They've
out.
got both.
What about
games.
Virginia?
They've got both home games.
What about Virginia?
I have to go find that. Oh shit! I should have went over there.
No, then you look at Virginia.
They got Vatech. I know that.
Okay, so that is a conference game. So that might be their last one. You just told me what that was. I can't remember what it was because we were talking about that.
It's just Vatech. They got a bye week in Vatech.
Okay.
Because that's always a Thanksgiving game.
And so Tech will knock out Pitt. And what about SMU? Do they got anybody worth a hoot to finish up with?
A hoot. Louisville and Cal.
Now don't count.
And you have
Cal.
to go to Cal.
Cal's a secret 6-4 good freshman quarterback.
They've made
Justin Wilcox has done a good job and a hard place to coach.
And they have won games they were not supposed to.
Yeah, so they're 6-4. They're already bowl eligible. But
Didn't Cal beat SMU?
3-3 in conference.
No.
And
did Cal beat Virginia?
No, SMU beat Cal pretty. No, that was last year. I'm sorry.
Who did Cal beat?
Beat Minnesota. Beat Boston College, beat UNC, of course, beat Virginia beat them. They beat Louisville. That was Louisville.
Okay.
They've got Stanford and then SMU. More than likely, SMU's going to win out. So it's probably going to be Georgia,
Tech.
Oh, but Virginia's there too, so they're going to go into a tiebreaker as well,
They are.
possibly between the three. Yeah. But if it's higher ranking, that's the problem, because Georgia Tech's going to fall.
Okay, well,
when they lose to
so you've got at least
when they lose to
one
Georgia.
team. So here's the scenario.
That's the bitch of it.
You have the champion of the ACC in, and I think everybody's kind of got Miami as that team right now.
But they won't make the tournament.
Yeah, they have to.
No, they won't make the championship, ACC championship.
Right, and those are scenarios that are there.
No, the champion automatically goes in of the championship game.
Oh, is it?
Yes.
Oh,
yes.
I thought it was the champion of the conference.
It is. Miami's not going to be there. They won't even make the title game.
So we're looking at Georgia Tech
and SMU.
SMU, okay.
And then Virginia, or Pitt. See, that's the deal.
So, but here's the other scenario. You've got Texas Tech, BYU, and Utah. We're looking at Texas Tech at number 5, BYU at 11, and Utah at 12. Now we're looking at Utah and BYU being the first two teams out, or one of those teams being out, because you have the
because I think Tech will win the championship.
Because you're going to have an ACC team come in and take that spot, and then you've got a group of 5, highest ranked group of 5 team come in and take that spot.
I don't think so.
No, that's what happens. You have to have a group of 5 winner.
Yeah. There's a way to get out of that though, but they're taking. But then you've got to look. That's maybe why James Madison's not being ranked. It's weird because they're already ranked in the coaches or the AP poll, but they're not ranked. Look at the complete rankings and see how close they are.
So they're at North Texas is
over
at
here,
22.
Yeah.
They're not.
I know, but look at complete rankings. See how close they are. Do they come in 26? Do they come in? Oh, that's as far as they go. Okay, my fault.
Yeah, you only do a top 25 for this.
Okay, I didn't know if they went below that.
No. No, that one does not. I mean, I know that the others do, and nobody cares about it, but Tulane's setting at 24 and 24. Madison, but you got Madison and North Texas, both very good teams that are setting above Tulane as the group of 4.
I think
they're not.
I know why they're doing this, including them, and I get it. We just need to go back to the best 12 teams overall to get in. It doesn't matter what you win, what conferences. If you're the best, you're the best. We're putting
but the way that the whole reason why you need a group of 5 is to appease the group of 5.
I know. That's why I said I know why they're doing it.
Unless you don't want to lose that group of 5 to go form their own.
I know why they're doing it. I get it.
Division.
I get it. But anyway, that was my bitch is Notre Dame, and they're setting him at 9.
I know.
Because they don't want him to host a game. See, at 9 you don't host a home game. You watch, Notre Dame will never move above 9.
And currently it's OU versus Notre Dame.
Yeah, and then
they would be coming to Oklahoma.
Then had to play Ohio State after that. God. Well, and that's the problem, Sean. I don't foresee us getting higher than 8. So.
If we do, it's
only if Oregon loses.
It's because Ole Miss or Oregon has a loss.
I don't see it. I don't see Oregon losing.
I know, but
if they do,
that's the only way. Is if Ole Miss, Oregon, even Texas Tech. I'd say even Texas Tech if they take another loss.
Because listen to this scenario, and this would be great. Oregon loses to USC. You got to make USC ahead of them. And then you watch Alabama jump Notre Dame the next week because they play Eastern Illinois or somebody. And because I don't foresee that Notre Dame is going to get pushed higher than 9 because that's a punishment.
Especially if they play the next 2 games really close.
And Alabama
they got Syracuse and
and some dog at the end too.
I forgot. Where did I put the
Syracuse was the next
Stanford.
Game.
Syracuse and Stanford.
Yeah, so but then you move what was USC?
Do you move a loser of the title game down?
Yeah, you would move them down to 4.
Because
Jordan, now here's the deal.
A&M undefeated, Indiana, Ohio State both undefeated. Either one of those 3 teams lose, do they move down?
You got to get Georgia out of the top 4, and I tell you why.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're about to find out why.
Well, think about it. If they don't make the SEC championship, they get a walk, a pass. Because right now, to me, it's Alabama and A&M. Ole Miss has got a shot, but and Georgia's got a shot too. But I think it's even more far-fetched.
So you're saying those two will get a bye, winning out?
They would get a bye and not have to play a SEC game, and then get another bye in the playoffs. You got to move them out of the top 4. I mean, wouldn't you think?
You'd hope so.
And Alabama's beat Georgia. Now, granted, I know they've got that shitty Florida State loss, and you can't forget about it. So, Alabama fans, you need to get over it that you're down a little bit, because that's the worst loss of anybody else on the board.
Yeah,
everyone
we lost to Texas, but
everyone agrees with that.
They came back in.
Yeah, everyone agrees with that. It's the worst loss that anybody's got for a 2-loss. Now, Texas fans, stop trying to get in the fucking tournament. Jesus, shut up on Twitter. You're not in. You lost to Florida. If you would have beat Florida, you're in. That's the whole thing. Well, we shouldn't schedule Ohio State. Ohio State isn't hurting you, folks. It's that Florida loss.
Just like the fourth.
It's the Florida loss that's hurting you.
Isn't this going to be like the third, fourth year that they played Ohio State to begin with?
No, they just started this back up. They played in the past, and then they play next year.
I thought they did it like 2 years ago.
Well, no, I mean, they're whining about that. And it's like, if you beat Florida, who's 3-7, I think, is Florida's record, or 3-6, you wouldn't have to worry about it. So just shut up. And then another thing.
Anybody want to know the FCS standings? It's in North Dakota State, Montana State, Lehigh, Tarleton State, Mercer, Villanova, Tennessee Tech, Rhode Island.
And then I want to talk about Notre Dame setting at 9 that shouldn't jump anymore. Their opponents' records.
They're all horrible.
0-8, 0-9 for Purdue. This is their record versus Power 4.
Oh, okay.
Arkansas's 0-8, Purdue's 0-9, Boston College 0-8, Syracuse 1-7, Stanford 2-6, NC State 3-6, Pitt 4-3.
So you're saying Syracuse or Stanford has a chance?
Yeah. So all those that's Notre Dame's Power 4 opponents. Okay, but no. So I told you about that, but I also want to talk about one more thing. This was an interesting one. Some Tennessee fans coming. How is Texas 7-3, Tennessee 7-3? Texas lost to unranked Florida, and Tennessee's 3 losses are to teams in the top 10.
Right.
Which is impressive. That's the 3 losses from Tennessee. Yet you're giving now.
They're setting at 20, and Texas is at 17.
Texas has a better win. They have beaten.
They're giving that OU win really high touting there.
They are. Well,
look at Michigan. Michigan as well.
No. And that's what I want to tell people. The Texas fans whining about not being in. They're giving you credit in a weird way for losing to Ohio State. Opening that game.
Yeah, but look at Michigan. Michigan's 8-2, and they lost to Oklahoma opening. And I don't know who their second loss was. Indiana?
It was bad. Remember, we looked that up.
Was it Indiana? Sorry, there's a child carooning in the back.
He is singing. He's getting after it.
He is just having a day.
But they lost to USC.
USC. All right.
And badly too. I forgot about that game. All right. Yeah. Anyway. That was. But hold on. Before we leave to go to the NFL, my rant, and I kind of wanted to bitch about this, is NCAA. We just talked earlier about the portal. You need to move the portal to I don't know.
January now.
Move it to before signing day.
It's totally fine.
These teams going into the playoffs that last so long, you've got a dilemma, and this is a true dilemma. Lane Kiffin is in a quandary. I'm going to predict he's going to Florida.
But
the reason he's potentially going to have to worry about coaching the team he's taking to the playoffs because their administration is worried about hiring another coach because the portal is open.
But he's a transfer portal guy.
That's not my point. My point is they're worried about just shooing him out and hurrying and hiring a coach and not letting him finish this miraculous season they put together with the kids. Now, one then might say, well, why are you leaving, Lane? Well, hold on.
Well, he's a
no, hold on. Because that's a good program. It's a big program, but not bigger. It could be bigger. But now you brought up a great point, just what I was bitching about the Power 5. They're getting in there. Yeah. Do you not think that a James Madison, a North Texas, a Tulane gets in the playoffs Do you not think that coach is a hot commodity? Well, of course he's going to be.
And all
So
the-
he's
well,
want to get the
I've
hell
heard,
out
I've
of
heard
here.
all the coaches mentioned except for JMU's coach.
No, he's been talked about.
Has he been talked about? I just
Yeah,
haven't seen it.
UCLA had some names to throw
I just
out.
haven't seen it.
And
But I know that all the other coaches, all the other hot coaches.
I think
Is Memphis hired? The Memphis coach was Arkansas.
potential.
Potential.
You know who's? Let's talk about coaches real quick. Before we get to the NFL,
We need
because
to
we'll
get-
cruise through the NFL because God, it's already an hour. Too much college to talk about. Okay, let's talk about. Let's just pick the 5 top jobs that we think that are open right now. Obviously, it's LSU, it's Florida, it's Penn State.
Mm-hmm.
It's who am I missing? LSU, Florida, Penn State, Arkansas, OSU. Let's just talk about those 5. Am I missing a bigger one? I don't think so. Okay, LSU.
I'm sure somebody's put one in there that's not a
LSU
big-
got to pick.
I could see Summerall just moving straight over.
Oh, Auburn's the other one. We'll throw Auburn.
Oh
so
yeah,
we'll go
Auburn.
6.
I could see Summerall moving.
That's Summerall for me.
Yeah, but Summerall doesn't have to leave the state. Summerall has a good.
He's got some connections to Auburn, though.
I know.
Is he a graduate or his wife or something? They've got some connections to that. I think that's why.
I'm going to look up John Summerall, but
It's going to come as wrong. J-O-N.
Pat
J-O-N.
Oh, Pat Summerall.
No, I think that. I think there's a connection to Auburn. I think that's the job he takes. I think LSU. I'm kind of torn on who they are going to hire, because who are they going to hire?
Who?
LSU.
Who?
If Summerall takes the Auburn job, which I think he will, then it's his wife, or graduate, or he's from Texas.
From Texas.
Played at Kentucky.
It's got to be a wife. Oh, Troy. He did do Troy.
Oh yeah. He was the coach.
coach at
Yeah, it was the head coach. Yes. Okay, there you go. There's a connection. Boop.
Yeah, but Troy's over by.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter. Still in the same state. So that's why he's going there. That was my prediction. Summerall takes that job.
Yeah, but it looks like he's been at Tulane longer. So he
went back there.
stay.
Yes,
He'd
yes.
want to stay.
Agree. I don't know. It's just you.
I think he's got a better recruiting if he stays in.
I agree. I think it's a
in
better job.
in-
But don't you think Alabama's
Or,
not
Alabama's
not Saban anymore? Alabama.
No.
Okay. So I think the Auburn job is doable. I think Lane takes.
Lane, you're saying Lane
I
to
think
Florida,
Lane
but
to
then that
Florida.
opens up Ole Miss.
Yeah, but that's what makes it so interesting. Ole Miss is open. What about Drinkwich? Drinkwich from Missouri.
He could end up.
Penn State's kind of my thinking. Or if Auburn, see, that was my Auburn connection. They really like DJ Durkin down there.
Right.
Rumor has it if I read some stuff. If Drink gets that job, he might keep Durkin on as the DC. That would then push Summerall to LSU, and that would make more sense.
And I'm gonna say,
but that puts Mississippi and Missouri job open. One person that has not been talked about any job. Remember Sean Lewis, OC for Colorado last year with Shadur, or 2 years ago. He's now second year San Diego State. He's from Missouri.
Right, and I brought
coached
that up.
at
I brought
Kent
that
State.
up last week.
I like him.
Yeah, I brought that up.
Young
that he could
guy.
end up at Oklahoma State.
That's a possibility too. Yes.
I could also see Kelly ending up at Oklahoma State.
I don't think he's going to get coached. I don't think he's ever going to coach again unless a big
Oklahoma
program.
State is that kind of program that they would.
I like Golish for them.
And Golish also. We haven't mentioned Golish going anywhere.
Jimbo Fisher rumors have started at Arkansas.
Ooh,
Wouldn't that make a little sense?
They don't want Petrino?
No.
They don't want sexy time back?
No, I think the coaching deal this year has just been nuts because so many big jobs are open. You're going to see these really pretty good jobs open as well because of the trickle down. Now you're going to see some good assistants finally get their shot though this year, which is great.
It's true.
Also look for Eric Morris at OSU from North Texas. Definitely, he could be in the Arkansas deal too. Excuse me. I think Jimbo Fisher's a bad hire if Arkansas goes after him, but they kind of win a little bit of a press conference. They don't want to. He's kind of big time, but how bad he was at A&M concerns me. They could recruit, but God, remember how bad their culture was.
You don't see any other jobs opening at the end of the season.
No, because I think unless it gets ugly or some shit goes down bad, Baylor's one. I think.
But I don't think that opens up. They've been 500.
Well, the AD's on leave. What's the rumor there? He did something bad.
Well, remember Baylor is the rape school.
Well, I know, but I mean, allegedly.
No, it's not allegedly. They
day.
found it out.
But no, he's out.
Art
Or
Briles
he's on
was
a
just
leave.
letting everybody do what they wanted.
He's on a leave, so it makes me wonder if they hire somebody new, maybe Dave's got one more. And I think Dave's a
Yeah, but here's the thing:
He's just
your
never-
AD can get fired over something in basketball or baseball or tennis.
I think
or,
he did something personal himself, like he's been having an
he
affair
done
or
it.
some shit like that. But anyway,
Yeah, you don't do that in the Baptist community.
anyway, I thought that the whole damn
They're the Baptist. Remember
yes,
that?
I do remember that. I just think the whole
Baptists don't cheat.
take that portal and move it back. Then you won't have these coaches worrying about not coaching the playoff. These kids don't deserve that. They're already fucked up enough thinking their coach is going to go, which makes it great because they can go with them.
Yes.
But you should still have
But
some
now you have to
continuity.
wait till the new coach comes in.
Yes,
and
but you
listen
should
to
have
his
you should have some continuity
Yeah.
before you worry about that. You take the portal and you move it to signing day and you make the signing day in March. Why would that hurt anything?
Because
Do it before spring break.
They're doing one portal, and it's for all of.
You can still do it in February. The
Yeah,
date don't matter, I don't think.
Isn't it? Doesn't it include?
Or how about you
Hold
let-
on, doesn't it include baseball, basketball, hockey,
That's
and
fine.
all that
But
too?
okay, so hey, let's say you want to leave in January, but you can't sign till a matter of fact later. Does that make sense? Not
Stupid
immediate.
Stupid
So,
coach's spill.
all right, let's move on.
On to the NFL, where the
Well-
Bears beat the Vikings,
well-
and they try to let them come back
well-
in the fourth quarter
well,
again, like
well,
dumbasses.
We'll run this real quick.
So I had them currently. I had them currently at 4-5. Kenny had them at 2-7. They were 6-3. Now they're 7-3. And I want to get this. I want to get this out real quick. Atlanta. Kenny said that I had them doing masterfully. I did at the end of the season, but now it looks like
Yeah,
everybody's injured.
No, but no.
I had them going winless up until like
and then you
the
had them
last
winning
2
like
weeks.
12 in a row.
yeah, something like that.
Yeah, so you had them winning the division, and you had them 3-6, which they are 3-6.
So they were well. This was after. I think they're 3-7 now. Aren't they?
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they're 3-7
probably,
now. So Atlanta
'cause
had
I
them
think-
at 3
I
and
think
6,
Tampa's 6
and
and
you had them at 5 and 4.
Because Tampa's 6-4.
Look what you had them at. You had them at 5 and 4.
Well, yeah, and then losing a lot later. But no, I
I tell
think
you
I had
right
them
now.
8
I tell you
and
right now, Carolina's our weird
they're-
team.
Yes.
Now you always gave me shit about Tampa Bay being winless. They were setting at 6-3. I had them at 4-5. You had them at 7-2.
That was my homerism.
And now they are at 6-4.
Correct.
So they're closer now to mine than they
A lot more injuries, tougher schedule. Their schedule lightens up a little bit as you go later.
So that, ladies and gentlemen, is why.
Oh, now. Okay. Do we really want to preview mini games? Let's just get into next week's. Yeah, I mean, there was really not a lot of good games. I thought the biggest
There's
surprise.
questions about Jordan Love now.
Oh, not so much. They won.
There's questions. I mean, he almost
threw-
got beat by Jameis Winston.
And I thought that but you get the uplift. Your coach gets fired.
Good game in the Rams
Chargers.
Seahawks.
Yes, great game. And the Seahawks, they turned it over at the end and had a shot
I
to
know.
kick the field goal.
I know.
The Rams are the best team in the league, I think, but with the Eagles. And what's nuts is the Seahawks are probably third. I missed out on them huge. I did not think Sam Darnold would be this good there. I thought he would struggle,
I thought they were going to need players to bring players in
and they've been good. I knew the
because
Rams
they got rid of a lot.
because we talked about it. Yeah,
guys.
and Stanford, if he
You
stays,
send DK Metcalf off to
to
Pittsburgh.
yes.
and who else?
And JSN has been lights out this year. I mean, just nuts.
Sean, you got to give it to Sean McVay.
Oh yeah, we knew
His
they were going to be better.
drafting-
And Stanford, or not, sorry,
Stanford.
Stafford has stayed healthy. That was our one concern.
Right.
He
Correct.
stays healthy. It's a potential Super Bowl run. If their defense is better, their defense has improved. It's made big. 49ers, I don't give a shit about Brock Purdy coming back. They have the easiest schedule, and they're playing
tosses three teddies.
and they're playing the Cardinals. So anybody that plays the Cardinals is
Yeah,
going
but
to
look
win.
look how many passing yards that defense gave up. 452 for Jacoby Brissett.
Oh, I know.
Do you not see where the concern for the Niners is right now? It's on that defense.
Yeah. And Jacoby's still a free agent. Been peeking around on Facebook or on Sleeper on that.
No, I think your son picked him up.
Of course he did, and won't play him. Everybody just sets him on the bench because I have Aaron Rodgers who can't do dick.
Your kid just keeps picking and dropping. Yeah, the Chargers Jaguars was a huge shock.
Yeah.
I mean, I honestly did not see that until I saw that you said that Dax picked him, and I was like, fuck, I'm screwed.
No, I thought
Dak's screwing me.
I thought the most unusual game was the Chargers. I thought that Jacksonville just killing the Chargers. That is so not like, a Jim Harbaugh coach team. No. Offense was anemic. I had 2 of them on my fantasy team.
There was a lot of anemic forward players throughout the league,
and a lot of unders, folks.
Yeah,
because I like to bet the overs, and
I knew that the Ravens coming into this Browns game was a trap game. But whenever Shador came in, I was like, oh.
He runs backwards way too much.
He did that in college. We said that was the biggest part against Shador, was that he would rather run 20 yards backwards and try to throw it. But guess what? You're in the NFL now. Those guys that you're running 20 yards backwards from run just as fast as you.
And I can't figure out the Lions. That was another weird game.
That was totally...
and I'm sitting there watching that going, Jared Goff looks like shit. I mean, and they still had a chance at the end without that bullshit pass interference call that they called. Now,
I know.
I'm not saying that the Eagles would have let them score. I just wanted to see the opportunity because Goff looks so damn bad. Was it 14-30 something? That was his completion? I mean, come on, guy.
It was absolutely horrible.
All right, let's move on to this week. Let's do some of our picks. We'll just I review. There's really not a lot of fun games.
Not.
Let's do our pick 6. So I've got Pittsburgh at the Bears. Always got to pick Sean's team so he could pick against them, and he did. He picked Pittsburgh 27-10. Cute. I'm gonna go
Mason Rudolph.
I'm gonna go
Mason Rudolph, baby.
I'm gonna go Bears. There
was a meme that popped up on Reddit that was like, "Look, we want the old man."
30. I'm gonna go Bears 30. Pitt 27.
We don't want Mason Rudolph. We want old man Rodgers.
All right, let's.
You did see that he's being held up for some kind of health concern or health safety.
Who?
Rodgers.
Oh, well, he has a wrist injury. That's why he finished the game.
They were saying that it was.
I mean, he got 9 points for my fantasy quarterback. I'm sitting over there watching and then I got Caleb Williams, who didn't do really.
Do Vikings Packers?
No, that ain't gonna be a good
that
game.
Would be a great game.
No, not at all.
Yeah, your son's already dropped J.J. McCarthy again.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he picked up Brissett.
It's time. All right, next one.
Colts, Chubbs.
Chiefs. Oh boy, Colts 8-2. Chiefs out of the playoffs currently. The end is coming. We called that. Listen, Sports allegedly about 2 years ago. We knew it was coming.
I have to say that my mom even goes, "What the fuck is wrong with the Chiefs?"
We knew it was coming. The end was coming when the money had to be spent out. Too much to Jones, too much to
Kelsey,
and too much to Mahomes.
Hold on now. What did they pay for center? Didn't they give him a big check? Yeah, didn't he get a big check?
I don't know.
They don't have a running back.
No, and they could have got Breece Hall. Rumor has it, give them a 4th, you get Breece Hall.
And that was it.
And he's like, no, I'm sorry. Give him a 3rd. And the Chiefs said, no, we'll give him a 4th. This is rumor, conjecture, just, might not be true. But they had a round. And I'm thinking, to get Breece Hall, you could have had him for a 3rd-round pick? Shit. You should have done it.
I took Colts, I think.
That's stubbornism, though. Because they think they draft so well.
I think Colts is a 3-point win.
Yes, you did. You took Colts 2017. I'm going to take the Chiefs. I don't know why. Same score, 2017. See. They're at home.
Well, I mean, and you've got the Eagles game as the next game.
Yeah, I got Eagles and Cowboys. I know. You're thinking this looks like a butt kicking.
No, because the Cowboys fucking put it on them the last time, didn't they?
And they're at home. Dak plays pretty well against the Eagles at home. Pickens starting to cook a little bit. CD's been kind of quiet. I think this is Eagles. That seems to be maybe their weakness, but Eagles' defense is so good.
You got to wonder what's going on with Tomlin in that offense at Pittsburgh, because his wide receivers always just turn into weird divas, and then he's got to get rid of them.
Yeah, I agree.
I mean, he's got great wide receivers. And then they just end up becoming divas and leaving. I don't know what the hell's going on there.
Listen,
because it's not a passing team, because it's still like an old school run
all
team.
Them old coaches, and I've not been a coach.
I forgot what you take.
Except in flag football.
I took 23-20. You took
21-20. Close, low scoring. Defense does well. A.J. Brown's going to have a fit about something, so they need to trade him. And that's another thing you brought up the Falcons earlier. They need to look at making some moves too, because really Penix, 3rd knee injury, He's toast. He was your guy.
Drake,
he was your guy.
He was Drake.
He was your guy.
Drake London and the
You've
hips.
got Kirk Cousins with leg injuries. You got Penix with his third ACL. You're toast, and you don't have a lot of future picks.
You can bring up Cousins all you want. They can't get rid of that money.
No. That's why he's
when
there.
When is his guaranteed done?
I have no idea. It was so.
All right, Kenny wanted to say something about the NBA, and I'm just gonna say it's boring. The Bulls have gone back to who they were, 6-6. The fall off was real. Pistons are leading the East.
Well, let's see if that's true. Hold on. I'm getting a tweet about Lane Kiffin signing an extension. Officially signed his extension with Ole Miss and is not going anywhere.
Does Ole Miss have the money?
They said they would match it.
Does Ole Miss have the money? So currently NBA leaders, Eastern is Pistons 13-2, Cavs 10-5, Raptors 9-5. We know they're going to fall off.
No, I just wanted to talk about the Thunder. That was it.
Nobody wants to talk about the Thunder.
I guess.
Bulls are 7.
Still don't have their second best player, and they're just rolling. One loss. Should have won that one. They should be undefeated. Wemby's out for a couple.
Oh, shit. Who did they lose to? Wasn't it
Portland.
Stephen A. Smith saying that?
Portland at the end.
Saying that LeBron coming back, they were going to win that LA game, that LA Oklahoma City Thunder game.
No, because he didn't end up playing.
Hey, update on Zion Williams. He's still out.
Yep, he's out.
Also, an update on Draymond Green being a bitch. Yeah, the NBA went against him on that sideline. Did you see that?
Yeah, you should be able to call him Angel Reese. There's nothing wrong with that.
He was calling me a woman's name. I mean, that was the whole thing. He was calling me a woman's name. Well, yeah, because you play like Angel. You miss, get your
Get a
rebound.
Miss,
Get your
rebound.
rebound. Miss, rebound.
All right.
Draymond Green needs to go. I hate that guy.
Enough is enough.
I will say it out loud.
All right, we're done. 121.
No, we got NHL.
No, I'm not talking about NHL.
NHL, the Blackhawks are still doing well. I do say that I think your Avs are still the.
Yep.
Shit, I went to.
No, I don't think they are. I think they.
I think they are. They're 2 lost now. Schedule. Where's standings? I cannot find it, Kenny.
Nobody cares.
I know you're trying to get out of here.
Yeah,
Everybody cares.
No, nobody cares.
People care more about that. I've watched more hockey this season than anything else. Bruins are back in the top, 12-9. Red Wings are leading 12-7. Carolina's still doing well, 13-5, with the Devils right behind them. Avalanche, 1 loss still.
Damn, that's nuts for hockey.
Yeah, 13-1. And the Stars
are doing well
12-5. They got screwed. They got screwed the other day.
We need to plan that trip soon too.
They got screwed with a goalie interference. It wasn't a goalie interference. He got blocked into the goalie. And Blackhawks 10-5. So that's what.
Expansion.
Ducks 12-6.
The
The Mammoth expansion.
Not expansion anymore.
Kraken
Is this second year?
Yes. They were just the Utah team before.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's right. All right, well, thank you all for joining us. We'll see you next week, hopefully with an OU win and some more coaching news. I'm sure will be breaking. Like I said, I cannot confirm
or deny.
I cannot confirm that Lane Kiffin signing. But anyway, we'll see you next week.
I can get you a cameo from Lane Kiffin. Bye.